Alright baby, we're back with another squat video. This time we got some background music. A buddy of mine from the gym suggested that I do this, so here I am trying it. Today I wanted to do another PR and I wanted to do some jumps with the barbell. So I started warming up with the bar for 20 reps and then here's the 60. 2 days ago 140 even felt really heavy and 150 was my max few weeks ago. I don't know why it felt really heavy. I think I was well rested, or perhaps I wasn't. I mean, physically I was good, but the CNS was probably tired because I did parkour trainings for a few days in a row before that day. And here, so that day I did usually half the volume than what I usually do, and considering that now the CNS is probably recovered, I wanted to try doing a heavy weight again. This is the 80 kilos. So yeah, also 2 days ago I did bigger jumps. In the warm-up sets I did like 60 to 100, 120, 140, and today I did 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, 140. So yeah, this is I believe 100 for 5. And also I started eating properly, finally. For a while I was juggling between a calorie deficit and maintenance because I lost the will, the will and the joy to eat. It's been going on for a while. Like I really rarely like to eat. I really rarely get excited to eat. So I did like 1 to 2 meals a day. They were larger meals because I didn't feel like eating that often. I was kind of annoyed. But yeah, now I tricked myself that I'm bulking, and this is 120 I believe, and now 130, 140 going after this one, and on 150 a surprise. You will see what happened. So when I tricked myself that I'm bulking, now I'm eating 4 meals a day, and yeah, at least I'm getting the little bit of surplus. I don't want to get unnecessary amount of fat. And yeah, I missed the pin here. Yeah, it happens. Why do I want to bulk? Because I want to pack on some muscle on the legs so I can lift heavier weight, and I feel like they're a bit disproportionate to my body. Even though I don't really bodybuild, don't really care too much about aesthetics, I feel the disbalance. This is 150 and this is what happened. So some guy decided to drop his weights next to my phone, and that made my phone fell off, so the 150 wasn't filmed. I managed to do it, but it was a grinder, like a lot harder than the previous one a few weeks ago. So there was no way I was gonna try to do that weight again. And then I lowered the weight to 130 to do some 4s and 5s for multiple sets. I didn't do this in a while. I forgot what I was talking about before the phone fell off. Yeah, packing the muscle on the legs, because the poor legs are a bit smaller, I guess, than the upper body. I don't neglect the legs at all. I just didn't do too much of hypertrophy training for them. As you can see, I can lift a solid weight. I managed to do a double bodyweight squat for one with the belt and Now I'm pretty close to without a belt. So yeah, the strength is there, the work is there, just the muscle is getting built, but slowly, because I was doing mostly 5s and 1s for a while. Now I'm considering mixing up some bodybuilding type ratios, like 8s, 10s, so they can get up to par with the upper body. And rip my calves, genetics. I also train those, but they just won't grow right. At least I got that longer tendon for more explosive jumps. This is 130 still. I did 4 sets of these. First 3 sets for 4 and then the last one for 3, because the form started deteriorating and I don't want to compromise the form. I'm all for pushing to the limit, but that limit is when the form starts deteriorating. Then it's time to lower the weight or the reps, whatever. Don't want to risk getting injured in any aspect of my training. I want to do this for a long time, and I like feeling healthy. And now when I started eating properly, I'm feeling better than ever. Every day I am feeling so full of energy. Usually I had energy for like half a day, or when I start training I lose it pretty fast. I thought it was maybe bad quality sleep or whatever, even though I was sleeping alright. But I believe I just wasn't eating enough most of the time. I think I would juggle between one day being in a decent amount of a calorie deficit, and then the other day maybe eating around maintenance, and this would be the case for most of the days. I would also get some calorie surplus, of course, because my weight was staying the same, but this yo-yo kind of eating with the calories down and up and just in the middle, which is about right. I don't think it did me any good, and I think that was the reason for my energy going up and down as well, which makes sense. So after the heavy squats, I moved on to these 80 kilo jumps. Did 3 sets of these for 5, 4, and then 3 reps. I did this just to speed up the reps, to speed up the movement. I don't want the body to remember the slow pacing of the squats before, because for the jump it's important to be able to produce a lot of force, but it's also important to do it as quickly as possible. And I also love doing this. They are fun, especially when you did the heavy squats before. When you take off those plates, which is 50 kilos here, even more considering the top set of 150. This is 70 kilo less. And like Tom Platt said, it's always so satisfying when you remove a plate or 2 or 3, and then you do some reps just squatting, or in this case jumping with the bar, because the weight just feels so light. It feels like a feather. And after this I just wanted to try some vertical jumps for fun. These feel really weird because my legs are so wobbly and the muscles are like gonna tear off. And here the black mat attacked me. I hate when things attack me. Moving on to the Nordic curls. 2 days ago, these are really hard. I didn't do this in a while, probably for a year or even more. Last time, I believe they looked something similar to this, or to the second rep. Let's see. I did first 2 sets, just 1 rep. I wanted to focus really on the nervous system. Took some like 2 minutes in between. But what's even more important, I believe, I did 12 reps as a warm-up set, moving just the torso, so a smaller intensity. Even though I was properly warmed up with all the squats before, I feel like I should do specifically a warm-up for this, because these are just so hard, so taxing, and my butt is cramping, like the glutes on the side. So I did 12 just to feel the hamstrings, to warm it up, to set the mind for the maximum effort. Then I did two reps, 2 sets of 1 rep with the maximum effort, and the third one was this, the 5 reps. But it's still not looking decent. The angle in the hip is big, and I'm just gonna regress probably to easier progression. Still not sure how I'm gonna progress with this, so a lot of variations. Probably gonna experiment around and find what suits me the best. After this, I wanted to see where I stand with my splits. I used to be able to do a side split fully, and I never practiced front splits. So this is where I stand. I'm considering getting back into them. I watched a lot of knees over toes guy recently, and it makes sense to me. And it's also something that I didn't do for a while, like even passively stretching after training. I didn't really do that for probably years. I used to be big on stretching, I loved it. Then I suddenly got really bored with it, because I just did it for such a long time. I could do a side split, and I could touch my head, touch my toes with my head with the hamstring stretch, where you put one leg forward. So this is, I guess, where I'm at with the side split. The adductors are just, I really neglected this one. But here is how I was able to do it, actually, with turning the feet like this, because I'm more flexible in the hamstring area. I'm not really sure if this is considered like quote unquote the real side split or whatever. But I just wanted to make it clear I was able to do it like that and not like this. And so I guess that's it for today. I will come back probably with an upper body session or a parkour session. I'm also considering doing some commentary on other stuff in the parkour world that I see, mostly the stuff that it's kind of funny, because people are making a circus with our discipline, and not a lot of people are saying anything about it, because everyone just likes to be nice to each other or whatever. I don't mean to be mean, I just want to call out the gimmicks. So expect something like that, and have a good one. See ya.